for you. Ooh, look at this smile. There you go. And for you? Can I get it?
Molly Moon's ice cream is what you might call peak Seattle. A dollop of honey lavender with organic sprinkles stuffed into a waffle cone will set you back over $8. Molly Moon Neitzel started the company 11 years ago after a stint in political activism.
We didn't have an office, and so we would meet at this table in my dining room in my old house. And I ran the company out of the sun porch of the house.
Neitzel has long advocated for universal health care, paid family leave, and a living wage, and all became company policy at Molly Moon's. But earlier this year, she went further, becoming fully transparent about where all that scoop money was going. So tell me what pay transparency actually is.
It means that you can see your own pay and you can see all of your coworkers' pay by name.
Neitzel has 7 stores across Seattle, with more in the works. She's hired 152 employees, all of whom know each other's wages, including hers.
She finds me scary.
How much do you make? I mean, I'd be uncomfortable asking people this, but this is the point of this.
Yeah, last year I paid myself, or the company paid me about $326,000.
Okay. And the lowest paid person on your payroll is how much?
$18 an hour.
Why do you think it's such a crazy concept to people that everybody in the company knows what the other person makes?
Why is it so crazy?
Yeah, I mean, most of the people I talk to said that's madness. I would not like that.
Because the weird American culture around money. We have centuries of secrecy around what people make. And I think that secrecy has been created by a white patriarchy that wants to keep women and people of color oppressed in a cloud of darkness.
I asked a few friends of mine, one of whom owns a business, would you do this? And they all said no. Oh. And every one of them said no.
Actually, why isn't Vice pay transparent?
Oh, God, you don't want to know.
I mean...
I don't want to know.
So one of the reasons I love this shop is that it's all one room, and our customers can see us making ice cream every day.
And that's a bonus. You want people to see you making ice cream.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I know how much money you make?
I don't care.
You don't?
No.
Would you be okay if everybody knew your salary?
Yes. Scream it from the mountaintops.
Tell me your salary.
Okay, $75,000 a year plus bonus.
Put it on your Instagram or something, on your bio. Start. Lead by example.
Maybe I will.
Yeah. Pastry chef, X $1,000 a year.
I'm hesitant for Heather to do that, and I'm sure she's a great interview. And if she wanted to go work like at Modernist Cuisine or some crazy, fancier, bigger name place, I'd want her to ask for $20,000 more than we pay her.
Molly Moon's isn't the first radical ice cream company when it comes to pay. Before it was sold to the Anglo-Dutch multinational Unilever, Ben & Jerry's capped CEO pay at 5 times what the lowest paid worker earned. Before Molly Moon's embarked on its experiment, it took a year to audit everyone's pay. Denise Brown, the company's HR and finance director, led the effort.
I would not have felt like this would have gone anywhere near as smoothly if we had published this before we made our pay structure more equitable and something that we felt like we could stand behind. I feel like anybody could come to me and ask me a question about their salary and I could answer in good conscience and give them an answer I feel like I could justify.
They didn't find any unexplained disparities in the corporate pay, but did find a noticeable difference among those making and scooping the ice cream. Those who worked better hours at busier locations earned more in tips. Neitzel banned tipping and raised base wages and ice cream prices. She then created an internal document listing all employees' salaries, including names.
We really felt like there wasn't a good way to be pay transparent and give people the information that they needed if they weren't able to see names attached to the wages. If you don't know who that other scooper is who's making 25 cents an hour more than you, how are you able to evaluate your own performance in comparison to theirs?
So how would you think this would scale up?
I think it'll scale up really well, and I'm super thankful that we did it with just over 100 employees, because later this year we'll have about 200, and we've just created a nice foundation of honesty and transparency that everybody can build off of.
Neitzel has become a pay transparency evangelist, speaking at a wage gap summit earlier this year.
The privacy and the secrecy around money in America is the patriarchy holding us down. And it's keeping women from making what we deserve.
But not all of Seattle's business community wants to go quite as far. Glenn Kelman is the CEO of Redfin, a real estate company that employs 3,600 people. With many employees wondering if the company had a gender pay gap problem, he tried to assuage fears and gain trust by internally revealing the lowest, highest, and median salaries for every position, but with no names attached.
So I think the way we've thought it through is we want to be transparent to the extent that a person should be able to know whether she's doing better or worse than her peers. But we don't want to be transparent about this guy sucks and this woman is doing awesome and, oh man, he's in the doghouse. Like, there's nothing to be gained from publicly shaming or publicly glorifying someone based on pay. I think that Molly has decided that she wants to prove how she pays each employee, and I've decided that what we owe each employee is a private communication about how his pay or her pay compares to the average.
So even though we're early days, confident that it's gonna keep going swimmingly.
Yes, and we're not gonna go back. We're not gonna release all this information and then make it secret again. We've done it. We've opened Pandora's box.